Deltarune has many comparisons drawn to Toby Fox's previous game, Undertale. Characters return, as do jokes and references that seem to tie the two separate games together. Despite this, Fox stated Deltarune is not a sequel to Undertale, nor a game that alters its story in any way. So, it is curiouser still that one of Undertale's most mysterious characters has such a prominent place within Deltarune. This character is Gaster. In today's video, we take a look at all currently known secrets and references to Gaster within Deltarune, and I will elaborate on his inclusion in a future video. To quickly explain if you are unfamiliar with the character, W.D Gaster, who worked in the Monster Kingdom for King Asgore and built the core before his duties were taken over by Alphys. There were many different explanations for what exactly happened to Gaster found within Undertale, and these generally came from his followers, each one giving a different account of how he died. And the player could even encounter Gaster's ghost at key points during the story if certain criteria were met. However, to this day, he remains very mysterious and elusive, which make his references in Deltarune very curious indeed. So in today's video, let's take a look at Deltarune's Gaster secrets and Easter eggs. The most obvious reference to Gaster can be found when listening to Deltarune's soundtrack. Many of the compositions we hear throughout our quest are in fact motifs, or variations if you will, of the original Gaster theme. Take a listen. As you can tell from the two examples we just listened to, this leitmotif of Gaster's theme is a distinct and obvious reference to his character from Undertale. During the survey at the beginning of the game, you are asked to create a character, which you eventually end up naming. If you pick certain names, such as Frisk or Kara, the game makes the observation, how interesting, as we are using the names of key characters from Undertale. However, if we type out the name Gaster, the entire game eerily resets itself. If you open up the folder Deltarune is installed in and check properties for the executable, you will notice the version number is 0.666. This is interesting to note, as there was to be a combat encounter against Gaster within Undertale, where his stats were all set to 666. However, this encounter was never actually included in the final game. If, during your time in Deltarune's Dark World, you decide to use the cell phone to make a call, you won't be greeted by a pleasant conversation. Instead, something rather interesting and creepy happens. You will hear the sound file Entry 17, a file created by Gaster in Undertale. Take a listen. Rulz Card is an incompetent puzzle designer and shop owner who works directly for the King of the Darkness in Deltarune's Dark World. He is also strikingly similar to Gaster's sprite from Undertale, albeit a prettier version. Strangely, another shop owner called Sean also has similar facial features to Gaster too. Gaster's open eye replaced by a large button on his face. The similarities are not exact, but they are certainly noticeable to a keen eye. In Undertale, Gaster had a group of followers who seemed to know a great deal about the man. However, they would always vanish after speaking of him. These were bizarre looking characters, and one of them was instantly recognizable when he returned in Deltarune. He is found within the library during the epilogue in the town. At the far end of town near the church, when returning to the surface world, Chris can find a creepy, overgrown and inaccessible bunker, which is hidden away in the forest. If we approach the door and listen for a few moments, we begin to hear a truly chilling sound. Once again, this is entry 17, a Gaster sound file, but here it has been slowed right down. And that brings us to the end of this look at Gaster's secrets and Easter eggs found within Deltarune. There may be more out there to find, so let me know in the comments section below if you find anything on your journey into its strange land. With that said, thanks for watching, and remember to leave a like if you did enjoy this video, and subscribe for more videos just like this one, and I will see you on the next one.